There are 4 seasons of The Boys on Prime Video. Okay, scratch that. There are 3 seasons. And then there's season 4. Let's talk. Welcome to Fantasy for the Ages, the show where a father and son talk about fantasy, science fiction, horror, and other nerdy things that we enjoy. Today, just Jim, the father, here with you to talk about something very nerdy, the show The Boys on Prime Video, specifically Season 4. If you enjoy this episode, be sure to give us a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Thank you so much. If you are interested in this episode, I'm assuming it's because you've watched The Boys, probably all 4 seasons already. This is full spoil, so be aware of that. You really shouldn't watch this episode until you've watched season 4. Again, if you're checking this out, you probably already have. Most people who like The Boys saw season 4 before me. I'll get to that as to why in just a moment. The Boys is a show created for Amazon Prime Video, with 4 seasons out now. Season 1 dropped back in July of 2019. All 8 episodes at once. Season 2 came out September through October of 2020. Season 3, June and July of 2022. Season 4, what I'm primarily focused on today, came out in June and July of 2024. The 5th season is in production and is scheduled to come out mid to late 2026. So there's kind of a pattern here. After that first to second season, then we're skipping a year each year, and then they finally come out with something really well done with a lot of quality. What genre does this fall into? Well, it's superhero satire, with elements of a lot of different genres: action movies, drama, dark comedy, even some science fiction. And it's a beautiful mashup of all of that. I've never read the source material of The Boys. I understand it's like comics or maybe even graphic novels. But the whole premise of The Boys, when I first heard about it coming out on Prime Video, really intrigued me. I mean, right from the word go, I was like, I'm in for that. That sounds great. And season 1 was great. No, it was incredible. It's so unlike anything else I'd ever experienced or watched. So coarse, so visceral. It was such a great story, and so subversive of superhero tropes. I mean, it was delicious. I felt a little dirty, but I loved watching the show. I went right into season 2 then when it came out, and it gave me more of the same. Season 3, likewise, was great. I wasn't quite as captivated as I had been with seasons 1 and 2. I'm not quite sure what it was, but season 3 was still a good story. But it was probably because I was left with it was good, but it wasn't like season 1 and 2 had been for me, that I didn't get around to watching season 4 when it came out. I mean, I heard about it when it was out, but I wasn't like, drop everything, I gotta watch this now. No. I was like, I'll get around to it eventually. It was over 6 months before I finally watched season 4. I just felt like I had better things to do. Well, now that I've watched it, I realized I should not have waited. This was worthy, and for me, it was better than season 3. I think. Okay, I'm still processing is the problem. It's very different from the previous seasons. I think that's a better different. It might be a worse different. It might just be different, but whatever it is, I found it more compelling than I had season 3, and that's a good thing. And now I'm interested again in season 5 and probably won't wait when it comes out. Again, though, not till 2026. This show remains the battle of our resistance people trying to bring down Homelander, such a dangerous soup, a superhero who's really a self-centered, selfish, power-hungry villain. And of course, all the others who are caught up and involved in his corrupt insanity, they got to bring it all down, they got to burn it all down. Now, that insanity includes Victoria Newman in this season, who is soon to become Vice President of the United States, a mere heartbeat away from the most powerful position in the entire world. And she is secretly a soup, a very deadly, diabolical, and quite unhinged superhero. Now let's just stick with soup. Billy Butcher is back again in this season, still trying to lead the charge to bring down Homelander, while hopefully also saving his dead wife's son, Ryan, who he kind of thinks of as a son sometimes. It's very complicated. Complicating things even more is that Billy is still suffering badly from his use of Temp V last season to give himself soup like powers as a way to try to counteract and bring down Homelander, which did not work. But it left him in a very bad shape, and he has a terminal diagnosis. He is dying. This is what we're seeing as the season goes on, and therefore getting more and more desperate to finally make something happen before it's too late. Of course, there is something more going on here, we learn as the season goes along, because he's not actually dying. He is going quite insane. Huey, Annie, the rest of the good guys are all still working with Billy, sometimes against Billy. There's a love-hate relationship going on there because of Billy Butcher's way of going about things and his not so being balanced that people can kind of start to see. There's been tension with Butcher's way of going about things, going all the way back to season 1, but the tension is off the hook in this season, and we find out with good reason. So, 8 episodes give us a ton of action, deaths, deaths, and deaths, and an ending cliffhanger that leaves, well, it leaves the Newman plotline concluded, thankfully. Homelander, still a menace, perhaps more than ever, and some major question marks about everybody else, especially Billy Butcher. I look forward to season 5. Here's 6 takeaway thoughts that I will give you from my experience with season 4. It was just brilliant to see how they did Butcher's character this season. He's always been a complex, complicated individual, but now, is he actually a villain now? It's undeniable he's done some things that are unforgivable, but is he fully responsible for his actions? I mean, the illness that has driven him this direction is his fault for his choice to use Temp V last season when everyone said don't do it, it's a bad idea. So you could say it's all his own fault, but I mean, there is such a thing as temporary insanity. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, an actor I've enjoyed since I first saw him in The Walking Dead, plays the characters from Butcher's past in this season and was exceptional, of course. But then to find out he's just a figment of Billy Butcher's mind, awesome twist, really well executed. My third thing, heartbreaking to see how Huey's dad goes out this season. So much of it, we just see him lying in a bed as a vegetable. I'm like, oh, come on, is this it? Is this it for Simon Pegg? We're never going to get anything more? Well, we finally got something more, and that was brutal, harsh, fantastic, excellently done, but brutal. My fourth takeaway is the characters of Sister Sage, Firecracker, and even the new Black Noir. Great additions to the show. Really added a lot. They did fantastic things with those characters. We won't see all of them after this season, but it was a fun ride. We got more of the A-Train redemption arc this season. I loved it. And we got more of the deeply sucking. Wow, how bad can one character be? Really hating on the deep. Final takeaway. The biggest theme that I'm drawing from the boys is there's a limit as to how much you can do to stop authority that is in the wrong, or that at least you believe is in the wrong. This is so relevant in today's environment, climate, atmosphere, especially here in the United States. How far can you go to stop those who you believe are doing wrong before you're doing wrong that surpasses them, before you become the bad guy? This is a moral issue we do need to be wrangling with. We've got people completely ignoring this because they are justified in their actions in this day and age. And no, we need more thinking about this. The boys is helping us go there, process, oddly enough. There's my 6 thoughts. Rating Recommendation? I give this actually a 3.5 out of 5. So a little better than average for a show. I still enjoyed it, but we're not up at the lofty heights of season 1 and 2 for me yet. But better than season 3. For much of this season's run, there was too much talk and not enough actually happening. When the action does hit, it's fantastic, and the Butcher storyline is gold here. If you've been a fan of The Boys up to this point and you somehow haven't watched season 4, even though I said don't listen to this, if you haven't watched it yet, I'll tell you now, yes, you should watch it. It's not going to disappoint you. All right, that's what I have. Thanks for watching today. If you got thoughts on The Boys so far, put them down in the comments. If you've got thoughts on my thoughts, go ahead and respond. I'll read what you have. I love seeing your ideas and thoughts here, and I will respond to you. And look down in the show notes, all the other ways you can interact with Zach and I. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.